Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
Well, you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out come the Eagles for their first drive, led out by their quarterback in his 5th year in Philly, Carson Wentz.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. To throw, it's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
Wentz's pass.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Again, it's Wentz. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Wentz's pass.
He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down. And
back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
First and goal from just inside the 5. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
By Shaquille.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd.
Throwing now is Wentz.
At the 9-yard line.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Joshua Perkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out now comes Russell Wilson in season number 9, 6-time Pro Bowler, as he gets set to lead this Seahawks offense.
I loved our discussion this week. You know, we had our weekly phone call to talk about our game coming up, and we had to reflect on the fact that he won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award last week, yet his team lost. You don't see that very often.
No, I know a lot of people dislike that, but when you look at the numbers across the conference from last week, he was clearly the best. So I say the award goes to him, and it did.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. He was so good, they just couldn't ignore him.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Let's see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On second down, it's Carson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd.
This is Carson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
The ball carrier, Duke Riley.
Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up
able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Fighting through, and he's got space. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That good for 19 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So that'll back them up 5. From back at the 8 now after the false start. Another try at 1st and goal. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Throwing is Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
His pass caught at the 4. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. It's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Seahawks 3.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Wentz connecting with his tight end, Goddard. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Into the red zone. Wentz. Sanders has it over the middle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Wentz to throw again. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line. Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The Seahawks and Eagles, you might remember, they met up in the wild card round a season ago. It's a night Philly fans could probably stand to forget. Carson Wentz exited early after just 4 passes thrown, and Josh McCown had 40 years of age brought in, but the Seahawks, they were too tough as they slugged out a 17-9 victory.
34-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On third down, Wilson. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 veterans there, Wilson to Olsen for a Seattle first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33 from the gun. A give to Hyde. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the Eagles' 34-yard line.
Now Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And able to find Dorsett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Seahawks 3.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Looking left side, and it's complete.
That's good for another Eagle.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
At the 11-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you're going to take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
A 19-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead stretches 16-3 now.
Makes the score Eagles 16, Seahawks 3.
So it's an old school extra point that counts 3 times. So certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, Getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Rashad Penny on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Wilson on 1st down. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Past the 20. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
29 yards.
He got 29 yards that time. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Wilson will throw again toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal from the 4-yard line.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Throwing again here, Wilson. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good. And the lead is down to 10 now at 16-6.
16. Seahawks 6.
Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was the Giants who were able to come away with the road victory. 23-10, your final score. Next, we head off to check out another game. And as you see, they were losers back on Thursday night. 20-17, your final. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Ben Roethlisberger, 3 touchdown passes as his guys stay unbeaten on the year. In our game, it's been Carson Wentz with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. Taken in the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
The NFL Madden League Season 1 82020 games and highlights coming up next of Week 1-2.
On first down, Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw again is Wilson. And completes it again to Metcalf. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
At the 31-yard line.
Again, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Complete to number 16.
Tyler Lockett. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And he's got him back within a field goal now. It's 16-13. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
Michael Dixon.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. To throw, it's Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dietrich Wise Jr. able to get him for a loss of about 3. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Wentz now on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From midfield, here's Wentz. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Throwing left side, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Eagles 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Now Wentz. He's to the 10. And all the way down to the 5. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Elliott now to have the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So that drive goes 8 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's Carson looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
It's a gain of 10.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Wilson on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Wilson pass.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Wentz connecting with his tight end Goedert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Dallas Goedert.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wentz again. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. On first down, Wentz. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And a man out of the backfield gets in for the score. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He looks underneath and he finds Hyde. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Eagle pressure too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it.
As Sanders has it poked free. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with, a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and now it's 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Out to the flat for Hyde. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now Wilson on 1st down. That's complete right around the 8. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Wilson to Metcalf that time. 1st down, Seattle. This will be caught at about the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
The Eagles' 5-yard line.
Wilson will throw again. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot to hold it a second. I can't throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
Dallas Goedert.
1st down yardage on the 1st play of the drive. Give him 14. Now Wentz.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. After the interception, here's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down.
On 1st down, Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Philadelphia, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody. The players on your team, quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game. You have an injury from the last game. See how long they'll be out. Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
Week 1-2 Seattle Seahawks 1-3 Philadelphia Eagles 3-0 final. Week 1-2 San Francisco 49ers 2-3 Los Angeles Rams 2-6 final. Week 1-2 Chicago Bears 3-5 Green Bay Packers 3-8 final. Week 1-2 New Orleans Saints 7 Denver Broncos 1-7 final.